Hello.
Hello.
Hey,
So, yeah, Annette's looking kind of rough. Don't make fun of
Yeah,
her.
my face has changed. I've cut my hair off and become this.
Become this. Yeah, Annette got a little extra sun this week, too.
I began aquascaping. I've had this fish tank I never told you guys about.
You know what? That's really impressive, having that many species of plants right off the
Well,
bat. But yeah, Annette's under the weather, and so I released her from her obligations to stream, and Myrtle graciously agreed to come up with us. And Vibes, thank you for the super chat.
that's Allison.
I'm eating turkey pot pie, nice, cottage cheese, gross, and drinking Arnold Palmer. Okay. Lots of hugs, much love to y'all. Awesome.
is
Don't
he
don't
mixing the cottage
Oh
cheese in
no,
the
I
turkey pot pie,
it,
Well,
or
it
is
let's
he
let's
just
let's not think about the bad ways to ruin food.
eating
mm-mm.
it by the scoop?
Now you put
Cottage cheese?
a comma after the pot pie, so I gonna assume that it's a separate. It's like a side dish. I just cottage cheese just never
Does
appealed
not
to
go
me.
with anything.
Mm-mm.
Cottage cheese can go in lasagna in place of ricotta.
Yeah, I mean, if you mass produce.
Like yeah, you can also use like water instead of gravy on potatoes.
Exactly.
Like why you wouldn't? Kyle said, "Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave?" We admire
That's
your bravery.
an Eric Andre quote, right?
Oh,
From the Eric Andre show on Adult Swim.
you familiar with that one, Myrtle?
I have heard the name. That's about it. Adult Swim wasn't something I watched much when I was younger, and I
I
don't have
mean,
time to watch it nowadays.
Adult Swim is weird. Eric Andre's show
Some
fit
of
right
the stuff
in.
I've watched, yeah, but yeah.
Really weird. And Gina asking the most important question of the night. Myrtle is ineligible to earn points tonight, and being on panel, he has a time advantage. So guess what? Y'all have a chance, or you're at a disadvantage because you cannot piggyback off of Myrtle's answer. You just have to come up with it on your own.
Yeah.
So the playing field has been evened.
For one week.
I I don't think that this week the fish are as difficult as they've been in past weeks, though.
Nah. And we got salty fish, Gina.
Ooh.
That was
She
a
said,
I mean,
ah.
for the salty fish, sometimes I do. Yes, I will admit that.
and Vibes did confirm that he's eating cottage cheese as a side dish.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, that's acceptable.
Is
But
no,
of course, there are
It,
much better
is
not.
side
it?
dishes.
It's not acceptable. It's just not as gross.
No, it's acceptable compared to him eating it with his turkey mixed together in the pot pie. But there are much better side dishes to eat than cottage cheese.
Oh no, Myrtle might
Oh
fall to slightly
no!
lower first place. Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably award like two first prizes or
Yeah.
something this year. Just like Myrtle automatic, and then let's see who came closest.
But didn't Myrtle take like 3 months off
Yeah,
last
I took a
year?
sabbatical last year, so I mean, you never know.
And
Wait, I still won though. So
yeah, you
Yeah.
did.
And how much
if I
further
don't,
ahead were you?
if I don't take a break this year, I wonder how many points I potentially can win.
So is that if like as in it's possible that you'll still be around this summer, or do
Yeah,
you?
I'm hoping that I don't have too busy of a schedule in this summer because I
Um,
do have an internship lined up, but I don't have many summer classes. So just waiting to
oh,
hear back on how many I'm going to actually have, depending on that. I will see.
okay.
But I'm
So
definitely not going to just turn my phone off and disappear forever in the summer. That's definitely not happening.
good, good. It sucks
Mhm.
because like, the summer is already bad in terms of like the turnout because Like it's a nice
Everyone wants to go
day,
outside.
and
Yep.
yeah, like I don't know what's wrong with people, but they do that. They do that. Everything declines. Streams get less attended. Everyone gets sad. People forget about their fish tanks, and then
Are
suddenly,
people sad if they're like out enjoying life?
enough
I
streamers
would
get
be if I'm
sad.
not
Oh,
inside. Yeah.
Vex, bitch, better not disappear. I concur. So, how many more years of school do you have?
I have a couple more semesters, and after that, if I decide to take a master's program, I do have like 3 or 4 years after that. But if I plan on just getting a bachelor's and graduating, I have 2 more semesters before I graduate.
I have this feeling that you're not going to stop until you're Dr. Myrtle Singh.
Oh, well, I don't. We'll see. Probably
Just
we'll
just
have
a
two
hunch.
doctors on what your plans. Yep.
Oh my God, 2 doctors and then
And then
just
we'll have to push
me.
Steven to. We'll have to push Steven to get his doctorate as well.
The fuck you will. It's not. That is not happening. I hate school so much.
I mean, could
I
we
am with you,
convince
right?
Steven to get his PMP? That's like
That's like a long book I have to read. I don't want to do that either. It's like taking a class. Oh, bad weather. Are we getting
Ooh.
bad weather? I didn't look at. Well, I was outside for a minute.
there's not bad weather right now, but I feel like there might be some headed our way. Hopefully, it passes before Friday.
Oh yeah. So Jenna is off to a family reunion
Hmm.
on Friday. Um, I'll be all alone. Then Brooklyn is coming
And
over
I'm leaving
Saturday.
Friday evening. You'll have me like 90% or maybe like 10% of your waking hours Friday. I'll be realistic because I'm leaving at 4.
I don't know. I might try to wake up early on Friday so I can be tired enough to go to bed Friday night, and that way Brooklyn and I can get started in the morning. Because we're gonna go try to get a tub. Gonna try to finish the fish room organization, and the more we can get done in the early hours, the better. When we gonna go out to eat?
So my family reunion is in Plain Dealing, which is near Shreveport, which is near where Jess is. I'm going to be getting there Friday night. Last year, when I went to the family reunion, the reunion was like at lunchtime, but then I went out to dinner with my cousins. So maybe if we don't go out to dinner Saturday night, Jess, or if she would be able to meet us for breakfast Sunday, we could go somewhere.
Nice. So, do y'all go out to eat at that one Tex-Mex place in Plain Dealing?
Last year, we went to Posada's instead.
Oh yeah.
There is literally one restaurant in Plain Dealing. I don't even know where other roads are in Plain Dealing. There's Highway 3, and that my uncle lives off Highway 3. And you go all the way down Highway 3, and you turn on Hameter Road, I think is what it's called, and that's where the church is, where the family reunion is. One turn, and if you want to go to the Mexican restaurant, you go the other way down Highway 3, and it's right there.
Yeah, there's like 900 people in Plain Dealing, right?
Maybe, and probably like 600 of them are related to me in some way.
Yeah, and it's like 900 people, one restaurant, 40 churches.
I think so. There's the one Mexican restaurant. I don't even know if there's 40 churches. There might just be one church.
I don't know.
And then there's a Piggly Wiggly.
Well, you gotta get your groceries.
Yeah. And the rest are in jail.
The Plain Dealing lockup. Myrtle, that
I
quiet
mean,
room is not very quiet. Who keeps
I know there are people standing outside and just making a ruckus, so I'm trying to mute myself
It's not
whenever it gets loud.
it's not that loud, but I just like it's a quiet room. They shouldn't be
did you
walking in
want to
there.
tell the story you were telling Myrtle about when you went over to your friend's dorm and
Oh
what his
yeah.
room?
It's like I just could not imagine having like Jenna is really the only roommate I've ever had. I could not imagine being like matched randomly with some other dude in college, not knowing like who they are, what they're like. Because and I remember being in a dorm with a few friends. It was our friend's dorm, and then he had a roommate we'd never met. We were just sitting there talking. Roommate walks in after class, immediately turns on fucking Bloodhound Gang, cranks it up, gets on the bunk bed, and just like sits there. Didn't say hi to us. Didn't say, "Hey, do you mind if I like be obnoxious with the music?" Or
Does
it's just weird that there are people like that. It's weird.
does Bloodhound Gang have any other songs besides that Bad Touch song?
The roof, the roof, the roof is on fire. I don't have anything against Bloodhound Gang. I just remember it. That was the music he played because it was so loud.
I
It's ingrained in my brain.
I do. It was an annoying song.
The Bad Touch one,
Yeah.
it's very catchy.
Hmm. They so Myrtle, are you too young to know what the box is?
You want to give a little bit more
A little bit, yes, a
context?
little bit more context, please.
Myrtle, are you familiar
So-
with the box?
So the box was a cable channel with music videos that played 24 hours, but at request. Like you
Yeah.
could call in and play, like pay to play a music video.
Well, not the box specifically, but that concept I am familiar of. There was a local channel here that would do that. I don't remember what it was called. It was Montgomery County something something that did the same basically. There was a website you could go on to. Well,
I don't
in
think
the
there
later
was
end,
even
it
a
was.
website.
Well, I know.
I think
I'm
you had to
assuming for the
call.
box, it was back then when you had to call in, but this
Oh
one had
yeah,
a
this was
website in the
no.
beginning.
Yeah. Okay.
It was one of
Yeah, there was
those
no internet.
early 2000 websites where you had just a random picture and blaring color contrast. Yeah.
But some songs got overplayed, and that was one of them. I mean,
Yeah.
90% of the channel was it playing like clips of songs, like little clips of music videos that you could pick.
I mean, that is just. I'm so glad that we live in this time. I like just being able to pull up things without
On demand, yes.
asking anyone for it.
You don't have to call in
Kelly's.
to hear your song, so you can take it off the radios to save it on a mixtape or something.
Mm-hmm. You gotta wait for it. You probably catch like
And
a
if you miss the
commercial.
beginning, you gotta ask him to play it again so you can start recording. Yep.
Oh man.
Do you have YouTube open?
I
So you see
do.
them?
Alan Bauer, member for 6 months with a
Yeah.
smiley face.
Did you want to go through the
No.
participants list? No.
No, we missed so
Okay.
much. We missed so much chat. I will in a second. I just saw Kelly said Myrtle and I want to call in show for classical music.
Yes.
That'd be a hugely popular deal.
It definitely would, yeah. Well,
And
in two parts, it would be a huge deal, but people also don't know the name of many classical pieces. So they'd be like, "I want that song that you hear," and they'd probably sing
Yep.
the tune. So
yeah, that well, you should have to call in live and hum the tune to whoever is in charge.
and the orchestra
don't
has to
know the
figure out
name.
what you're talking about and start playing as rhyming.
Like, I want to hear that song from the Nutcracker. No, not that one.
Just play the whole Nutcracker suite.
A lot of recognizable songs, though.
Mhm.
Party Penguin said there used to be something like that with classical at like midnight on our local NPR station. It was interesting. Yeah, I could see that. Like in between radio shows about people who saw aliens or something, AM radio.
Uh,
So
also, Party Penguin had said earlier that you're not part of family, but I mean, it's family that's related to me specifically.
we're not blood
And
related.
so um, you were given the option that you wouldn't have to attend, and you took that option.
I mean, you gave me the option. Uh, I like being
When
away for
given the
the
choice to go somewhere or not go somewhere, what do you
Immediately option
pick?
two.
weekends are water change time if I get around to it, and Saturdays are sacred. And being away for the weekend is a huge deal because I feel like I've missed everything I plan to do for the week. Even if I don't do the things when I'm home, I get anxious about not doing them more if I'm away. Welcome to my brain. So we can go down the participants list now. We have 43 participants, 53 in chat.
Okay.
Okay. So hello to Alishon, Alan Bauer, Amazon Research, Dr. Anthony, Kyle, Eakins, Beaksies, Benjamin Peters, Beta Aquatics, Boots Cats, Brooklyn Bell, Chris Aquazone, Daniel Velez, Dennis Christensen, Fish Fam, Link, Foxy's Fishes, Gabriel's Glass Boxes, Geek Boy, George RB3, Gina's Reef, Jenna P, Jen U, Johnny Dancefish, Kelly Foreman, Calix Images, Lady Diane, Lady Rorschach, Linda Worth, Liquid Zoo, Monster Fish Gal, Myrtle Singh, Nathan Hovey, Oinky, Party Penguin, Saints Dust, Sandy Dowdy, Sketty Nona, Skipper's Aquarium, Scuba Stevo, me, The Aquatic Morning Show, Nano Aquarium Guy, Zender, and Vibes. Awesome.
Did you get Sandy Dowdy and Rocky and Miles?
I got
Paul
Sandy.
McCarthy?
I got Sandy Dowdy. I did not get Rocky and Miles and Paul McCarthy.
Okay.
Hello.
And George RB3, I think, has a birthday coming up.
Does
on
he?
Friday.
Nice.
Let's go to the calendar. Let's see who's got birthdays.
And Kelly asked a question.
Fish and Floral's birthday's today. If
Yes,
they happen to be around, happy birthday.
I just
Happy
added
birthday.
that to the calendar.
Oh, nice. Let's see. Tomorrow is Petsotics, Diego's birthday.
Mhm.
Friday
Happy early birthday.
is George RB3.
Yeah. Did you get Why Are We Always Yelling in Vibes?
Wait, I definitely got Vibes, but Huawei just came in, so he wasn't on the list. What's up, Huawei? I refreshed though, and now he is.
Okay. So do you see the question from Kelly?
Yeah, and before I answer that, I will say, good night, Geek Boy. You have to
Sad your vacation is coming to an end.
re-enter reality with the rest of us. Hope y'all had fun though. Okay, which are the kids more excited about, this reunion or Triple Crown? I think they'll probably enjoy the reunion more than Triple Crown, but I think they were kind of excited for Triple Crown just because it was like travel somewhere new. Reality for them didn't set in until they got there and realized, oh, we're at a hotel and we're walking around looking at fish stuff and looking at fish and talking to fish people.
I mean, the reunion will actually be fun for them.
Yeah, there'll be other kids there.
Yeah. Last year, it was literally, we got there was like a potluck amount of food and a bunch of kids to play with. And so they played, and then it was time to eat. And then we went back to my uncle's house where there were more children and they played there. And then we went to dinner. And then we went back to the hotel and got ice cream. And then
yeah, that's like, gonna be
so that's not a bad day for a child.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you took them to do some fun stuff during Triple Crown, but
yeah, I took them painting. I took them to a movie. I think we saw Super Pets, and then I took them to like a big indoor arcade. So,
Yep.
is it Saints Dust
What? Oh,
birthday?
Friday. George, were we really
Right.
born on the same day? Well, that's cool. So add Saints Dust to the calendar.
And
If
happy
you-
early birthday to you as well.
Happy early birthday.
Well, I can do that right now.
Okay, you can do work during the stream. So, in case y'all missed Myrtle's premiere of Nocturne, the remastered edition that premiered at 9:15 Central, y'all need to go to his channel and listen to it. I love the new instruments. Like, it's such a vast difference.
Yeah, you can definitely tell. Like, the last version of Nocturne was a bit harsh in the striking of the keys. I think they use a harder hammer in the piano. This piano is much mellower, so it's a bit closer to how I intended the piece to be played.
Yeah. I'm considering doing a re-edit of I Am a Snail, just
Ooh,
to put that out there, like maybe anniversary release or something.
that would be nice.
Matt says, "Go sub to Jenna P. The amount of work she does for
yes.
Fish Fam Link is very much appreciated."
Oh, I thought his birthday was Friday,
What?
but it is today. So,
Oh, okay.
Let
Well,
me
then
go.
happy actual today birthday, Saints Dust.
Happy birthday.
Don't give away the ending. Well, in the end, unfortunately, the snails get eaten by Puffer. No.
Yes. And there's a rain of salt.
I don't think Annette is listening. Hopefully she's getting some rest.
Oh, yes, hopefully you're sleeping.
Better be sleeping. I know, Bex.
Almost, Bex. It's
The end of May.
The end of May. So.
Literally, like just in about a month,
Mhm.
it will have been a full year. I mean, we worked on that thing forever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one full year. Awesome.
So now I have it correctly updated on the Fish Fam Link calendar.
Go to bed, Annette.
Annette.
Why go to bed?
Sleep.
You're sick. Sleep.
Don't listen to my blasphemy about snails.
I noticed that Myrtle had a lot of snail in his music video for the remastered Nocturne. A lot of the one ram's horn snail.
Yep, in the beginning.
How many ram's horns do you have in that tank?
Yes.
Me too. I like them.
They're nice, yep. And I also have the mini ram's horns. I was trying to get some footage that I hadn't used of those fish. I couldn't find any unused mini ram's horn footage, so I didn't use any.
Yeah, time definitely flew.
Mm-hmm.
So I was asked a question to update on the Cory fry. So we gave some of the larger Cory fry to Brookley, and we have a handful of the larger Cory fry divided between 2 breeder boxes separately, because while we were at Aquafest, the Corys laid a semi-small clutch, like maybe 50, 60 eggs, and it was almost a 100% hatch rate. So we cleaned out the breeding ring. We have those like 50 fry in there growing out. And then yesterday, they had laid more eggs. So those are in methylene blue in a breeder box inside as well. So
we're running out of room, just like Diane said. It's like you're gonna get tired of that eventually.
But you're gonna clear out that 10-gallon, right? We're gonna put all the fry in there, and they'll have a dedicated tank, and then we can grow them out.
And I would recommend you grow out as many as possible, because you never know when the colony will stop spawning. So
yeah,
best to get as much as you can out of it. No, I'm not jinxing. I'm not.
And they are fun. And even the babies are cute. They do Cory things. You can see them skimming the surface on the little breeder box.
Yeah, they're very easy too. Like I've got fussy cories like the Adolphoids. They don't lay very many eggs at a time. It's hard to get them to hatch. It's hard to get the fry raised. Like I haven't been successful with that at all. But I mean, these lay eggs by the dozens and dozens. It's they are orange
Orange
Venezuelan.
Venezuela.
Hmm.
I haven't even thought about like selling them. I just want to see how many I can
Yeah.
get to adulthood and then yeah,
Just have
a
a
few people
massive
who are
colony of them
interested
in
in
your
them.
fish tank. Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
they're not one that our LFS like ever has. So
That's true. Our LFS, they have a lot of the panda cories is like their thing, and the albinos and the regular bronze Aeneas. Jenna, you like the Schultz side too, don't you? The black
I
ones.
do the black cories. Yeah. They're very cool. We also you were saying that of all the corridoras we have, the most social are the longfin paleatus that
They
you got
don't
from Foxy.
seem to care when I'm by the tank. In fact, they're like they know that I'm food man, so they're like, "Oh, hail food god!" And they see my hand go in there and they swim to it. The Adolphoi, they panic and hide in fear anytime I walk by. I don't even have to be messing with the tank. They panic and go away. I mean, the panda cories are okay. They're just kind of indifferent, but it's like those Paleatus really, really, really sociable, and I'm sure that has a lot to do with Foxy and Peplin and the way that they care for their fish. Yep, see, those Paleatus are spoiled rotten. Uh huh. They are hungry. I'll feed them multiple times a day just because I pass by and I'm like, oh, look at them.
And they have the
So
look. They just look hungry all the time.
They're in there. She sent me some chunkers too. So any tips on raising Cory fry? So I have been starting with a pinch of golden pearls after a day or two once they've eaten their yolk sac. Um, and after, I don't know, a week, I move on to live baby brine. And every now and then, like I like to feed them more than once a day. I do live baby brine once a day. So I'll do like co-op fry food. That's easy enough.
don't they also get the Sarah Micron?
Yeah, it like if that's lying around, just powdered food mostly. I just the golden pearls seem to be nice and nutrient dense, and
Yep, and
I start with that.
they don't dissolve in the water too long. They stay that tiny micron size for long enough.
Yeah, and 50 to 100 micron is what I have. It doesn't. They don't need to be super tiny for cories. They're not like microscopic. Even the orange Venezuelans, whose eggs are actually kind of small for compared to other cory eggs. They're
Like they
fine.
might even be smaller than the pygmy cory eggs.
I have never seen a pygmy cory egg in person, but based on the video and pics that Bex has shown me, it looks like pygmy cory eggs are like very similar in
Larger,
size to
I would
other.
say a tiny bit larger, but they do have a bit more structure to them. Like of orange Venezuelan cories, they have I don't know, like softer, I want to say eggs. And the pygmy cories, they have a little harder like shell to the egg. I would probably want.
So I noticed the orange Venezuelan eggs when they're first laid. They are super squishy. And Jenna, weren't you like trying to take them off the glass like as they were shooting them out?
I mean, not as they were, but like right after.
Yeah,
But
because
it
you want
helped.
to wait till they're done laying all the eggs. If you dip your finger and they're trying to take an egg out, they'll stop. So,
Oh, they don't stop. They don't give a
Um,
oh,
shit.
mine did. I was trying to because I had other fish in there as well. I was like, I have to get these eggs out immediately when I see them spawn. So I did that once and they stopped. I was like, I should probably wait a couple of minutes, half an hour, so that they get all the eggs out of the system.
Lady
We-
Diane says you should wait an hour.
We've waited a day because
Yeah.
they don't like they might snack on some, but there's so many that it's not a big deal.
And even over a day, like some of them are in difficult to reach places, like at the on the back glass behind the
Shooting them
wooden
out.
plants or on the breeder box, where it's more difficult to get off than on the glass. And we just leave it. And it's maybe like 2 or 3 days before a fish even like tries to eat it.
I saw a Siamese algae eater trying to snarf them up, and I was like, no.
Nope.
No, eat
Stop.
it. Eat the algae.
I know. As a regular Siamese algae eater, I like my
Apparently,
chunky
our
reticulateds.
apparently our Siamese algae eaters are giants.
No, they're just full grown. Like
Yeah.
Siamese algae eaters, that you get them, they're usually about that big, and they're tiny and they're adorable. And then before you know it, they're like that big, and they're very
That big
girthy.
around. Yep.
hmm But the reticulateds, at least, are still eating algae. Like I see them actively eating algae. And the 90 used to have like some staghorn issues. That's gone just from having those two algae eaters in there.
Myrtle, do you see Crystal's
Yes.
question?
Yep. So I do have a favorite plant. It's a Stephen can pull up a picture. It's Nymphoides aquatica. It's a very interesting plant.
Can you say that again?
Nymphoides. So
Nymph.
Nymphoides and then aquatica.
Okay. There we go. Okay. It's a very beautiful plant, actually. I'm impressed. Look at it. Look at it flowering. Love that plant. Let's get a zoomed in picture of this. Let's go to this website. Well played, Myrtle.
Mm-hmm.
And what's not to love about this?
100%. One day someone is going to give us a banana plant, and I'm literally going to throw it away.
I'll get it from the garbage. I'll tuck it in the back.
I will throw it in that muck pond.
Yeah, I bet
It'll
do
survive.
well. It'll do well.
Yeah,
It'll
and then I
flower in
won't have
there.
to look at the banana part because it's
I'm
green
gonna tuck
water.
it behind the wood in your tank. It's going to shoot up these lily pads. You're going to see this beautiful white flower, and you'll be like, "Oh, what's flowering in here?" Like, well, I don't know. You like it?
I mean, do you think I'm dumb? Like that I would forget that it was a banana plant? That I don't understand that?
If you don't see the rhizome.
And Kelly makes a good point. Jenna can't reach the back of most tanks, so if you put the banana plant in the bag, she can't get it out.
If it's in the back of the tank, then I won't be able to see the banana part either.
But Stephen can clear out the front and make sure that the banana part is visible. Just make sure nothing's obstructing his view.
I can just hear the urgency in your voice about the prospect of receiving a banana plant.
I am growing out a couple. If I feel like sending them out, I definitely know where they will be going.
So, do you have a real answer, Myrtle?
Yes, a real answer. Yes, something probably an alternate, just because I like the way the reds look and how sometimes easy they are.
Yeah.
Also, I do like bananas. People are like saying that they would send me bananas.
Bananas are great. But yeah, alternate there, like Renechii or Mini. I have to have CO2 for it to do well for me. Otherwise, it just gets kind of nasty looking.
The leaves turn like not the good pink, the decaying pink.
Yeah.
Bobex doesn't want them either.
So Garden said something about grandbabies.
Huh?
Garden's
been talking about the. Yeah, that's her plecos.
Oh. Okay. Well, I was gonna let you talk about that. Well, you can show some pictures of them next week. gardens. But yeah, so I sent Annette some plecos a while back, and she bought a cave for them, which I don't know why she would do that. Because yeah, she ended up having the albino was female, and then the two chocolates are male. So now she's got some babies, and she's really trying to save them. And I'm like, I don't know if you want to save a bunch of plecos.
Unless you know how to get rid of them when they're all 5 and 6 inches long.
She said
tearing
she's
up.
going to keep them all.
Do you have a plan to get another fish tank on it?
She's
She
gonna put
has a
them.
90-gallon.
Yeah, no,
But
but
she
those
put
are.
plants in there, and we want the plants to do well. We don't want pleco explosions happening in the tank.
Does she have a sword in there? Did you send her?
I don't think so.
But if she wants a nice carpet, that like she can't just put the plecos in right now while she's getting the plants to grow because
Oh,
she wants a
Hmm.
uh,
Well,
oh yeah. She said that she was gonna ding dong ditch them at Ian's
Who?
house.
Oh, Ian. Okay.
that's right.
I was like, who do
Ian-
you know that has fish tanks in the area? I was like, there's a West Washington. There's a whole bunch.
Best
place to
place,
get.
the trash.
after we receive them and dump them, I'm pretty
Lady,
sure
you're in Washington, right?
Co-op sells them.
Co-op sells them, but there are some waterways there that do natively have. Well, not natively. It was put there, but Nymphoides aquatica does grow there. If you're in Florida, it would definitely grows there, all along the East Coast in water patches, some in Maryland as well. So, but that doesn't help you, Lady R. In Washington, the co-op definitely has them, and you can buy it online too.
And then Ian's going to bring them to me.
Kelly, why not both? Duckweed
Okay,
and
you know what
plecos.
else? She says, "What do I want less? Plecos or duckweed?" Beck says, "Duckweed. Plecos aren't herpes. Duckweed is. Plecos are."
No, I would rather have duckweed because you can put a spray bar and power heads and just make sure that the duckweed doesn't survive. You never said you have to have it survive, right? So just get a clump of duckweed, put it on the top of a tank, and blast the surface, and it's not going to survive. Plecos, once you get them in there, it's hard to get out unless you rip all your plants out, especially if they're a young age.
Yeah, very true.
Oh.
Stefan's pleco kicked my coolies out of their cave. Yeah, plecos just will run the tank. Like, I want to be here. Yeah, I mean, the plecos will be all right for a while. They're going to get big. They're going to get poopy. But she's going to grow them out in a 10-gallon. She's used to taking care of mystery snails. So she's fine
knows
with
how to
turkey
deal with it.
basting the
Yep.
shit out of there every day. That's just not something I want to like have
Deal
in
with.
my life at all. So what else is going on with you, Myrtle? Tank wise, plans. I know you did a trim recently.
I did do a trim, cleared out some more plants. I think the last time I counted, it was 62 or 63 species. I lost count so I still have too many plants.
Too many plants now.
No, for the amount of maintenance I'm going to be able to do during the summer. So I like to thin it out during this season. So
Yeah.
I definitely have to thin some stems out or stuff like that. And I'm hesitant with reducing the amount of CO2 because I like to see bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. So I never turn down the CO2 during the summer. I just cut down the amount of plants they have. So
I feel like if you suddenly turn down the CO2,
it's a hassle to deal with all the tank balancing anyways. So
yeah, just keep it consistent. So do your parents do any plant trimming for you, or are they just more of a feeding, water change, whatever?
They don't do water changes. They
No.
just feed and fertilize on the calendar, based on the calendar I give them. If I'm medicating fish, they'll add the medicines too. So wiping algae, my dad loves wiping algae. He loves to see the magfoot scrape the algae away. He
Right.
has this thing where he can't leave a single spot of algae on the front glass, so he'll try to get to the bottom of the substrate with a mag float. I say, don't do that because stratum is light as anything. So as soon as you swipe that mag float, it's just gonna kick up a whole bunch of stratum, dust, mulm, and disturb the plants. So let's not do that. But he still likes to get down there as far as he can and clean up in these corners, like right there. He's dislodged the diffuser multiple times.
Does he have just like a razor on a stick that he could use to get
I
the?
use it. He's afraid of using it. He doesn't want to cut himself or the fish or scratch the glass. So
More likely to scratch the. Well, you don't have sand, but like you get down there and get that grain of sand in the blade.
I've had tanks with sand before. I've definitely done it. You can definitely see lines that are just going up and down because of the razor blade.
Yeah, and stay away from the
Most part of
silicone. And yeah, I like the mag floats are fine. I am really a fan of just getting my hand in the tank with
That's what I do, but
with the Mr.
yeah.
Clean magic eraser. I
Oh,
can
I don't
get
use the melamine
everywhere.
pads. I just use a razor blade. Sometimes I use a stick attachment as well.
Mhm.
Filter media, I find it's not too abrasive to hurt the glass, but the aqua clear sponge, like when I have pieces of it that are left over, I just use that to get out harder
Oh,
bits of algae.
yeah,
Or
that's a good
like
idea.
even the silicone edges, yeah, because it's
Right.
porous enough that it'll hold the algae once you're done wiping it so it doesn't get in the water column, and you can contort it as you wish because it's a little softer than the melamine pads.
Hmm.
Also, welcome in First Class Fish and Chance Larson.
Hello.
Howdy. I do like mag floats though, for sure.
I agree with Kelly. I like the razor on a stick.
Well, because you're
It's
short,
especially
you
good for cleaning the
can't reach
sides,
stuff.
and if it's a corner of the wall or the back of the tank, you don't want to reach your arm all the way down to get the bottom corner. So just use a stick and clean.
There's nothing more frustrating trying to go over the same spot with the mag float scraper. It's like I wish they made a mag float that actually had a legit razor on it. Like they have metal scrapers, but they're not dangerous. I want a dangerous mag float.
Do you think the
never-
one that you have on the 90 would be dangerous?
No, it's not. The scraper is just like the only thing dangerous about it is how powerful the magnet is. You can pinch the shit out of your finger for sure.
I've done it with fish and plants. You know that Apanagitan I have, when it sends up flower spikes, I've multiple times I have accidentally squished it between the magnet and the glass, killing flowers. So
Oh yeah. Gina, I have an algae-free one. That's the one that Jenna was talking about. I mean, it's sharp. It's not razor sharp. Unless they make a razor like aftermarket thing you can do. Because so Myrtle, it's a question for you. I don't clays nymphoides.
never by the name, but if I probably look at a picture of it, I'm not sure. Water poppy. No, I have not heard of this one.
What about
The Top Fin Pro Wi-Fi canister filter? Oh my god. Everything gonna be on Wi-Fi. That actually sounds cool though.
It
Kelly?
does. That's a new one, right? Yeah. They
Kelly
just
said
came
it's a
out with
pond
it.
plant.
Do they make the perfect filter? Me and Jenna were talking about. Well, actually, I was talking at Jenna about this earlier today. I was watching. So Skull Aquatics posted a video today. Well, I mean, it's true. You weren't like engaging in the discussion, like, oh, I think it should be. No, I'm just like, blah, 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 blah. I hate that
You
it
know,
does
just like
this. I don't like
nods and
that it does
smiles.
this.
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't even have to nod and smile. I
Nah.
just exist.
I just need a human in the room.
So
I don't
Kelly,
sound
yes, it
crazy.
wasn't the bad. I haven't personally experienced it, which is what I was saying. I haven't personally grown the plant, but it looks nice. It's similar to a banana plant in the flower shape and leaf.
Damn right, Kyle. I want blood in the water. Yeah, my blood, that's fine. I don't want fish blood.
I've definitely cut myself in the tank before, like a major cuts where I've had to peroxide my hand to make sure nothing goes in. Initially, I was worried at how much blood was in the fish tank, but I was like, after talking around, it's just iron, so it's not too big a deal.
I would probably be more concerned with whatever like
Got
bacteria
into your
gets in that
hand, yep.
wound.
Which is why I just instantly peroxided it as soon as I got it out
Yeah,
and
for
dealt
sure.
with it properly.
Oh, Gina has replacement blades for the algae-free scraper. We have the hammerhead one,
mhm.
right? She
Yeah.
said that's what she cut her hand on. Remember when she showed that she cut her hand?
Oh, the replacement. Yeah, so I've had that one for a couple of years. Maybe how often do you replace the blades on those? I have never replaced a blade.
I have replaced razor blades just as they are after a couple, 5 or 7 water changes whenever I see rust forming on them, but I've never had to replace a blade on a magnet scraper. One, because I
I
don't
just,
use them, but
yeah, I just wonder if they like get dull over time. It's hard to tell. I've got various types of algae on my glass. So First Class Fish says I just bought some awesome crypts that were grown submerged. Now they're still melting on me. Yeah, not unusual at all. They sometimes melt when moved within the same tank. I cut melting leaves, um, cut melting leaves. Yeah,
yeah,
just
just the melting leaves. You don't want to stress out the plant more
yeah,
by cutting off leaves that it will potentially they survive, or the plant hasn't decided to let it go of it yet. So,
right. And if they all melt, so be it. Usually they'll melt kind of one by one, and you might see new growth before the melting is over.
yep.
So
And usually they'll melt from the outside in, so the
yes.
older leaves die off first. And as long as the root structure and the corm or the rhizome is intact, you're going to be fine.
I didn't even think about this. Those blades are double sided, so you flip them, then replace them. I need to flip my blade. Absolutely. Yeah. I do like the mag float just for the ease of use. I don't like the flipper. You ever use a flipper?
Yes, I don't like it either.
It's too weak.
It's a black one, right? Where if you flip the magnet around the
Hmm.
thing, yep, I don't
I
like that
have
one.
I have the sinking version. They came out with a floater afterwards, but yeah,
That's one reason I didn't like it, because if the magnet went out, it fell to the bottom, and then I have to dig my hand in and pull it out. So
yeah. Uh-huh. What? I guess you have a package coming this Friday. I will send you blades. Oh my god, that would be so
nice.
awesome. Put it down, flip it, and reverse it. Ugh. So anyway, what was I talking at you about? Oh, filters. Because
Yeah.
I saw this the video that Skull Aquatics posted today about modifying the Aqua Clear. He modified the intake so it has a literal, like he disabled doesn't use the pump that the Aqua Clear comes with. He just got a pump that he puts on the intake tube at the like
At the bottom,
yeah,
Mhm.
and so that basically
auto priming it.
auto
Aquaplayers
yeah,
are good at priming themselves automatic, but
right.
probably the customizability of it's probably better because he can have more flow if he wants.
Yeah,
I just
so
don't know if I want a pump sitting in a large pump like that, taking space away from plants
yeah.
potentially.
It
So,
wasn't that large of a pump. I mean, the problem that I have with it is like now your pre-filter, like the first thing that your dirty water hits is an impeller. I don't know if that's
true.
gonna long term work, but it just
Especially
got
if
me
you have fish
thinking,
that'll pick up the substrate, like geophagus, if they get
oh,
the sand up close enough to the pump, they're going to eat away at the impeller and possibly ruin it. And if not the impeller housing, because that's definitely plastic. Sand will eat
right.
away at plastic before it eats away at a magnetic impeller.
So CoraWorks was talking about he liked that the Higer branded mag float is in ugly plastic colors. The algae free one is also like a nice wood grain
Yeah, but so is the
color.
Higer. I've got like 4 of those.
Mhm.
I like them. They're good, cost effective. So I was just wondering, like, why hasn't a company come up with something that's a hybrid between the Tidal and the AquaClear? That seems to be the big debate over what hob is the best. Do you like the Tidal because it self primes, but then it's got that stupid skimmer that is very polarizing. Most people hate it.
Marineland did come close with their new BioWheel filter, except for the fact that they have a BioWheel on the filter itself,
I don't
which I
understand the
never use.
wheel.
I take the BioWheel out if I have I have a Marineland, an old Penguin filter here.
Hmm.
I don't have a BioWheel on it. I use it for flow basically. But the new version of this one, they do have the pump in the water column itself, so it does self prime, and it
Yeah,
has large space in the back, so
right.
it's a mix between the
I
two.
don't understand what's so hard about making a filter that first has a square media housing, not
Oh,
the
that's
weird
annoying.
shape
Yeah.
as title. So just like a rectangle media housing, pump in the water, intake, outflow, the end. That's it.
Yeah, which is one thing that I find annoying with the title is you can't have a square filter sponge go, and you have to cut out a corner, one
Hmm.
or two corners to make it fit properly without squeezing the sponge too much.
Yeah, it's like hatchet shaped or something. It's weird.
I don't. Yeah, it's a
Wow.
weird thing. It's called.
Also,
Gina,
welcome in Lonnie.
Hey,
hi
Lonnie.
Lonnie. Gina, I don't know if I need replacement pads or not. So I've been using the same one for 2 years, haven't replaced anything on it. So I don't know if I do or not.
So I would say a BioWheel it's a gimmick in my opinion, because the rate that the wheel spins at, it's probably not enough for any of what Marineland is saying to actually work. And the fact that the spokes, the spindles are so small, they get stuck in the housing that they're made in. So the wheel will stop spinning as soon as any gunk settles on it.
That is what
So it's
I've
not a
heard.
powered wheel. Now the new ones, I think, have a spray bar to push the bio wheel. But even then, that just means it's going to go faster at times, and there's not enough air contact at any time for the bio wheel to actually work. It's
I
just
just don't
acting as a filter to
understand.
hold the gunk.
I don't understand why there's an extra mechanical part. Like, why would you add additional points of failure for no reason? Like,
Yeah.
is the bio wheel so special that it's so much better than a sponge?
At this point, I
Or
think they're holding on to the Bible just to be able to keep that proprietary information to like the technology and the
mm,
patents. Because the other filters at Marine, no, I think all the Marine penguins have bio wheels. But anyways, no other filter in the market has anything similar to a bio wheel because they know it doesn't work.
it
You can
just
just take that space out. It reduces flow if you have the lid on, and you can have more filter media housing in there and have much more benefits.
it seems like something that people would have like oohed and awed over.
When the filter came out, it was definitely something that was very highly sought after. They were like, "Oh, this
Hmm.
is a new technology," but it doesn't work as well as just regular sponge, and more water flow will.
Yeah.
Also, welcome in Peas and Hops Forever.
Yeah.
And Stephen, did you check private chat?
Private chat. Oh, okay. Jenna is saying, let's do a giveaway
Hmm.
like right now.
Yeah.
Just because to celebrate that I reached 2,500 subs, which I didn't expect to do so
Woohoo.
soon, but I made content, everybody. I haven't done that in so long. It
For
felt good.
yourself. You've
Yeah,
been making
right.
content for Dan.
Well, I've been editing content, but like I filmed this. Me and Brookley did an unboxing of a giant box from Dan's Fish, and I mean, it was a quick edit, but I was like, I got to put some content on here, and I figured to put something out. But I was so shocked that in less than 24 hours, it got 2,000 views, which made me very happy. Because first of all, that's unprecedented, and second of all, like that's the kind of stuff that matters. Like people want to watch the stuff that I put out. I don't care. I don't care about the whole like subscriber count because it's the views that really say like, yes, I still have the 10 pack of water.
Just
Uh,
whenever you go to like the warehouse for Dan, just keep the 10 bag with you, and as soon as you see Johnny, just hand it to him and say, "What is this? You said the box was full."
Dan
Present.
commented on the video today that they're going to change the giant box capacity to 81 just to troll me. Well, Well, it might as well because apparently it holds 81 bags. But
The
yeah,
one
if
fish
y'all,
that never came in, it was a potential fish.
I know.
I mean, he could have written on it, "This could have been a fish."
He didn't even write that. Yeah.
That would have been mean. But yeah, if y'all haven't seen that video, check it out. It's short, fun little video.
Also,
And-
don't panic when you see Brooklyn wielding a box cutter like that, like the way she did.
She just
That's a cool box cutter, though. Well,
It
that's the
is,
thing,
but
it
I was,
comes
I was
out.
so afraid I would see blood splattering as soon as she did that.
Oh, I would have
It's like,
left that
oh,
in
wow.
for sure. Yeah, and for those who caught the last 20 seconds of the video, which statistically people don't, that's why I was like,
I
I'm
like
going
the
to
song.
sing at the end of it. Like, I don't know why I'm doing this. Stupidity do.
But he do.
So, yeah, to celebrate that their milestone, and we're not going to do Wheel of You Lose. We're going to do Wheel of Fish Fam Link.
yeah. Matt said to test it and see if it announces the name.
Oh. Okay. So we're gonna give away. Let me
You're going to
share.
show what we're giving away.
Yeah, I should probably do that.
Also, welcome Renee to Queer.
Hello.
I'm gonna give away an Aquadick merch.
So they
So
can pick black or white, right?
you can pick, yeah. So you can pick the fish all over print black, which is what I was wearing in the video, or you can pick the white one. I don't care. Pick one. He looks happy wearing it.
Do you think he actually wore it?
Definitely. Like, how do you get that job? Like, I'm gonna model plain white T-shirts and have images
Do you think
superimposed
he's
on me.
actually modeling a plain green T-shirt or a plain blue T-shirt?
Oh, you know what? That's a good point. I bet he is.
It's gonna be not white because the background is white, so they want something that'll heavily contrast it.
Good point. Good point. Go to bed, Annette.
One
Why are
less
you still
person
here?
for the giveaway.
All right.
I
so
thought
yeah.
you left after we were done talking about plants. Not plants, snails.
Kelly
All
said that
right.
would look good with her yoga pants. It actually matches perfectly with the pajama pants.
Ooh.
It looks like a pajama set.
All right. So, giveaway tool. Create giveaway.
Mhm.
Current live, me, keyword in chat, and no, not thanks, Mike. Come on, Mike has nothing to do with this. Where are you, all things fish? Hashtag 2500. Why not? And create, and then I can access it here, and there it is. No one's entered. There we go.
Enter people.
Well, now
Hashtag.
you've entered
Cool.
because
So Myrtle, after you graduate, have your own place. Are you gonna get a big old fish room again?
Yes. I'm gonna do it slowly though. I'm not gonna go insane and do like 63 fish tanks in a garage. It's gonna be in a proper basement or just around the house. More focus on plants again. I've done the breeding. I'm over the breeding phase. I'll still breed fish definitely because I do like breeding some fish, but no cichlids anymore because I did that one rack of cichlids. I'm done with that.
Oh, so what's
you
going to be
don't
your
want us
breeding?
to send you a bunch of cribs.
We will
not.
never have cribs.
Crib ends are insane. They once you get them breeding, they keep breeding, and
Yeah.
I like the way they parent their fry, but other than that, no.
Has Eric joined us in the chat?
Hey, Eric.
What's up,
Eric and Elaine Lucart. Eric, I'm wearing your shirt today.
Cool. I'm just wearing
Steven
a
is
regular
wearing
blue
no
shirt.
one's shirt.
Just a regular blue
Very
shirt.
boring.
So about the fish room, I do have designs for a CO2 system, just like using a larger CO2 tank and plumbing a whole rack of tanks. I have a drawing somewhere in my fish tank book that I have. I just have a notebook of fish tank ideas, and I have a drawing for a skim.
Would that work like a like the linear piston pump? Like, would it be a
Oh
loop?
no, not like that. It would the way I have it designed is it's going to be a larger CO2 tank. It's probably a 20 pound or 50 pound,
50
whichever.
pound sounds
Probably
nice.
50 pound. It's going to be that one, and then I have the regulator itself. I haven't designed. I just said I'll ask around to the people who make custom regulators for a one with a manifold that can hold up to 16 or 220 pounds. I haven't thought of it. 220 pounds with the regular 8 manifold
Wait,
regulators.
wait, you said who would make one up to 50, up to 16?
I mean, I don't know about if anyone does, but I
Uh,
was asking around because people do make their own regulators, right? So you can
right,
ask to
yeah.
see if they know how to build something that'll hold up to 16. Because the
Mike
rack
would
life
be a
is
good
quite,
source for that because I
yeah.
know he's made his own.
And he knows people that make their own, which is why.
Mhm.
So I was like, I'll ask around. But if that idea isn't going to fruition, I do have contingencies in place where I can do 220 pound tanks with the 8 manifold regulators, but they both plumb into one system, and it's just built into the rack where all the tubing is hidden away in the back and just plumbs into each one.
Wow.
I've
Wow.
drawn a lot of stuff, and I have lists of fish species that I want to keep eventually, or ones that I have already kept in different highlighter markers.
So what's your top priority fish wise?
Fish wise, anything that is a nano fish, because
Mm,
and doesn't breed prolifically, but is a challenge to breed, because I want to get back into the challenge of breeding, but
hard mode. Yeah.
not having to actively do anything to do it.
So how do you feel about killifish then?
No, because then I have to like look into are they annual or perennial,
Yeah, that
and
seems
then
very
the
involved.
peat moss and all that
They're
stuff. They're
challenging.
they look good, but yeah. But I definitely want to focus more on this growing the plants out that I want to try, and whatever fish accompany that. I definitely want to keep more corridor species again because I miss having multiple tanks of different corridors in each tank.
Corey's, yeah. I'm just trying to think like so breeding like the little tiny rasboras,
Mm-hmm.
or like geeks breeding the celestial pearl danios and his little
With that
pollinator
system is
thing.
amazing. I'd probably copy
Yeah.
a system of that somehow.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that too. That's pretty cool.
So if you want big money, geek, just patent the system. Just make it an actual product.
Well, I think he got it from Sydney's Angels. I don't think it's his proprietary design.
Well, he can
Right.
make changes to it and make it his own proprietary design.
Yeah, well, I mean, he has got a 3D printer, so if he
Yeah.
wants to make a modification to it, it'd be pretty damn easy.
Well,
And
Geek isn't here. You know what he could make that would be very useful is a Corridorus egg collector that has
Yes.
like something flat to,
Like one of those snail catchers, like the
and then there's
Dennerley snail
like
catcher, but for
a
corridor eggs. Yeah.
collection cup under it attached to it. So you like push it up under the eggs and it scrapes them off and they fall into it.
holy shit, do you think one of those dinner lay snail catchers would actually work for eggs though? Like I didn't even think about that.
I've tried.
Yeah,
Sometimes it works, but you have to put significant pressure. Otherwise, it just goes onto the glass and then it'll roll over the egg if you don't have enough pressure because it is on a hinge.
damn,
So yeah,
damn.
it crushes more eggs than it harvests.
So would you have a tank that's like devoted to those ridiculously rare species of plants that show up every now and then on those auctions, like
Yes,
an impulse buy tank?
Yep, a 120 just growing like one of those, those super purple farm tanks, similar to that, but not with the ridiculous purple up top, the blurple,
Yeah,
as we like to call it. Yeah.
blurple, yeah.
That one
Blurple
holding
tank.
everything that is rare, and the rest of the tanks are going to be either aquascape tanks, like one aquascape per rack, and then the rest of it's plant grow out. Yeah.
Just a whole row of white Anubias.
Hold on.
Okay, wait a minute.
No, now that you pointed it out, we're not going to ignore.
So okay, you answered Lady R about
Yes.
so
So I suggested Habrosis if small, and my favorite quarry is the CW127s. That's $100 per fish.
yeah.
So
So in 20
super
highs right
practical.
now, we've got in Lillian's tank. There's a few pygmies in there I need to catch out, but she has those violet quarries, which are
Smudge spot.
really nice. I like those. They're tiny right now. They get a little bit bigger. Zachary's got the panda quarries. I mean, most like other than the ones that get really super chunky. Like, in fact, I wouldn't recommend orange Venezuelans because they get a little bit chunky for a tank like that, unless you only have a few. What? Oh, the optimal gallons per hour to tank volume ratio for an HOB. I've heard everyone say you want it to turn over 4 times per hour, right? Is that the rule of thumb?
It's
I,
the general rule of thumb, but I don't follow that rule. I just say, if I'm doing hang on backs, I would say whatever tank size you have, go up 1 or 2 tank sizes in
yeah.
the rating that the filter boxes give.
Hmm.
And if you have enough outlets, just line the back with HOBs. You don't have to put filter media in them, but enough to keep a flow.
Yeah, I do like
That's
that
what I have
co-op.
in my tank. I just have hang on backs all across the tank. There's 3 filters on the tank, and they're in the back, just creating a constant flow back and forth.
Hmm.
Did we get our smudge spots from Dan
No, we were
or the
going
wet
to,
spot?
but yeah, there was a problem with them, so he couldn't ship. So I got him from the wet spot, but Dan has them often. So I would say Dan would be your first stop, and then if for some reason you can't, the wet spot has them, and I've had very little problems with the wet spot as well. Just they're not quite as perfect as Dan.
Are you ready to refresh and do this giveaway?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Refresh. I'm going to go ahead and put stop in chat from you, impersonating you.
And FYI, this the shirt size goes up to 4X, like it's extra small up to 4X.
And this should be international as well.
Oh yeah, forgot to mention that. Do we want to give a minute just in case someone was reluctant to enter?
Mm-hmm.
So Myrtle, would you go into like a plant selling business, or would it just be more like
Not a business, just as a hobbyist, giving plants away, selling them,
yeah,
just to cover the cost of the fish room. I'm not gonna charge $10 a stem for a random Ludwigia.
what are we talking about? Illegal stuff? What? No.
Microphylla polysperma.
Yeah,
That is one plant I will not have in any of the tanks I have CO2 in. I definitely will keep the plant because I have something called collectoritis, and even if
yeah.
it grows fast, I like to keep it. I have a hard time getting rid of plants, which is why it takes me so long to thin down the tank for summer seasons.
Me too. I can name probably like one plant that I've just like decided not to have anymore.
And what is it?
Which is
Chainsword randomly, just
Hmm.
because like I didn't like it's like dwarf sage, except the runners kind of just go way across
Up,
the tank, and they were just kind
way
of
across the tank or up, because the way it
yeah,
propagates in the wild, it likes to stay up.
yeah.
Which is why I don't like Vesuvius, because it is very the helianthum something. I forgot the name of
I
that.
do have a little bit of Vesuvius left, but
Yeah,
I'm certainly not like trying to preserve it. It's just like you go in the back of the tank, and if
and
you
it'll find
you
its
don't,
way up. Have you seen how it just loves to go up into the water column when
yeah,
it grows? Has yours ever reverted to the regular helianthum before? Like
no,
when the leaves, instead of being curly, they turn straight, like a Vallisneria?
not yet, but interesting.
Yep. Sometimes it'll revert because it's not naturally a curly plant. It was just they found a patch of curly plants in the farm that they were growing it somewhere in Europe, so they turned
Gotcha.
it into a separate plant. But it's not a complete stable line. So once in a while, you'll see it revert back to
Mm.
straight helianthum. I think it's helianthum. I forgot the name because it kept changing.
I mean, there's certainly plants that I've lost and just never got just gave up on.
One that we both together have lost is the Ludwigia inclinata red.
Yep, inclinata, and we lost it the same way. We were neglectful. It got shaded out, and it said bye-bye.
That's a beautiful plant.
Ludwigia sphaerocarpa.
Yeah, and Sphaerocarpa mini, both of them.
Mini. That's the one that I had. I got it from a auction impulse buy. I'm like, oh, that's so pretty. I have CO2. I can do that. No, I can't.
With that one, it loves to just release its leaves when it melts. Just all the leaves will come off at the same time, and the stem will melt. And
it looked fantastic for a week, and
then it'll look fantastic. But what you don't see is the interior of the stem is melting away, and as soon as all of it's gone, the leaves will shoot out, and the stem will look like a melted stem that's sitting out in the heat for weeks or days.
Motherfuckers! Why do they sell that plant?
It's very sensitive. I mean, I've had it grow healthy a couple times, but I also have had it fail randomly.
See, I don't like plants that fail due to some slight neglect, because there's going to be slight neglect in my fish room every now and then.
And some of it's just weirdness in the tank, because for some reason, storage giant repens in my tanks, it'll go through periods of it just looking miserable and then do nothing for months and months, and then eventually you'll see a new leaf. But it's
really?
just in my tank. Yep. Other tanks I had don't, but this tank, storage giant, it looks good or it doesn't.
Wonder why that is.
You ready to spin?
Yeah.
There haven't been any new entries.
Just a second. Nathan Hubby said, want to ask if y'all have the time, if you could check out the latest video I put up. I got out of the cichlid game and grabbed 3 types of tetras and rescaped the 55. Really appreciate you all. All right.
Will do.
I mean, if a mod can drop his link and stuff, that'd be cool. But we're going to go ahead and spin 46 entries. This is for a What the Fish all over print shirt. You choose either black or white. Goes from extra small to 4X. And let's see. I think I have sound shared, hopefully.
Well, it didn't read, but happy birthday.
Happy birthday. You
win.
Fish and Floral. Happy birthday. I don't know if I have your address. You're one of the few that I might not have your address. So send me an email, stephenp2003@fishfam.link. And your shirt size and whether you want black or white. Oh, click record.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't say his name.
Is Fish and Floral a he?
I think it's going to announce Fish and Floral as one, because it says, see if it sends message to chat. I think Matt's working on integration with the YouTube chat.
Oh. Okay.
It hasn't yet, but maybe it will.
No.
So First Class Fish asks a question. He got some Ecuador's Iguazu 2009 really cheap. That one will probably grow in low tech, but Aerial Vietnam will. If you keep it happy, it will grow in low tech.
Cool.
Are you ready for me to push a button?
Yeah, you can push my buttons. That's cool. Oh, Fish and Floor is a she. I know that my puffer's female and I call him a he. I call her a he. I don't.
I love you.
I love you so much.
Sorry I interrupted you.
I don't care. Myrtle is not playing tonight, Benjamin. So congratulations. Kelly, you don't have to go to bed. You have a chance.
Yes, you do, Kelly. You can win a point for one. I think, does Kelly have a single point?
No, because she
She
goes to
goes to
bed
bed.
every
No, like
single time.
even when the other things we used to do, the name that tune. Have we done that this year?
We have.
But was Kelly around for that?
I'm searching her name. Nope.
No points. Okay,
She
Kelly,
had
you're
no
gonna stay
points.
awake because I have turned into something else. Annette, have changed, so you can be here.
How mean would that be?
You know what? It would not make a difference whatsoever.
If you get double points, I get 1 point for every person that gets a double point.
Double points, and from now until December, Myrtle only gets a quarter of a point for everything.
Incorrect.
All right. So refresh,
Mhm.
and refresh some more. Me saying it out loud doesn't help though.
No, not at all.
Once you've reached this point, when I'm saying refresh, it's too late if you haven't refreshed. And here we go.
It's a fish.
It is. You can play in private chat, Myrtle. You just don't get any points.
No, well, if I don't get points, what's the point of playing?
I like Jay's suggestion. Single point, and we get to take one from Myrtle.
But I already see 3 answers. Crown
Boom.
tail,
Boom, and the
first
boom,
class
and the
fish,
boom.
and party pangolin.
All right. Crown tail.
So who are my options for who drew this?
Everybody in the world.
Okay.
We went to Aquafest, and we went to Crawfish Boil, and
then we live here with the drawing
we live
pad.
here.
Okay. So does this look like a person who knows fish, or does it look like?
Wait, what?
What?
I like her theme suggestion.
Fears.
Fears?
So now we know what Tina is scared of.
Wait. She's afraid of loaches? What? Wait, so first class party penguin was the third one. Okay. And surely we have an answer for the theme.
Yeah, it's right here.
Didn't we do a clown theme before?
No, we did a circus theme before.
Oh, circus. That was what it was.
Myrtle, stop calling us out on duplication. We might duplicate.
Oh wait, clown and circus are different. Yeah, they're different.
We might duplicate fish sometimes. It's very nice of you, Crown Tail, but points are not transferable.
Mm-hmm. Unless they're being transferred to me.
No, we can transfer points away from you, but not to you. All right, who got the clown theme first?
Eric.
All right.
First class fish, you get a point, and what the points get you is if you have the most points at the end of the year, you automatically win a prize. But if you have even 1 point, you go on a wheel to win this season 3's What the Fish merch.
I mean, the prize you win for having the top score is some What the Fish merch. Mimes are superior to clowns. Oh, are they? I don't know. I guess mimes take some skill. Clowns just take some extroversion.
You have just offended every single clown in this chat.
How many clowns we got in the chat?
Matt?
Professional clown. What do professional clowns have to know how to do? A little bit of like basic sleight of hand magic, and balloon animal making.
Face art, they have to be able to turn into somebody else.
Unicycle riding.
Yep. Keeping a smile, juggling.
He's a redneck clown.
Fitting into cars. You have
face
to be able
painting.
to fit into. Yep, face art, yep. Fitting into cars or small spaces.
Myrtle, are you old enough to remember the Bozo Super Sunday show?
No.
You're not really old enough to remember that. You just probably saw it on reruns.
The fuck I did. I watched that every freaking Sunday.
Is Myrtle old enough to know about Homie D Clown? Did you watch In Living Color?
Nope.
Ever?
I don't think I did.
Myrtle was a fetus. I don't think so. Homie, don't play that. No, there was a Super Sunday show, Dee Dee. Maybe the weekdays was before my time. I remember the Super Sunday show. I remember the little bucket challenge where the kids had to throw the ball in the bucket and they sucked so bad at it. Stuck on some clown from the 60s.
Did they suck as bad as people trying to make that statue in Legends of the Hidden Temple?
The Shrine of the Silver Monkey.
It was 3 pieces.
All right.
I'm gonna guess a clown loach was.
Oh yeah.
Someone from Aquafest. It's gonna be.
Nope, it was at the Crawfish Boil.
Okay.
So
then it's gonna be Steven's second oldest brother. I don't know. I just picked a random person.
No, he is. So only. Well, are Chris and Jeremy the same age?
They're a few months apart. Chris is the second oldest brother, but
it wasn't
him. It was his girlfriend.
Okay, well, I was close.
Not bad.
There's like no way for you to have known that.
No, yeah.
By the way, based on the shape, we already have 3 answers.
Yeah, I figured.
Zen, Kenny, and Crown Tail.
And we already saw the blue eye, so.
Zen doesn't have to flip a table today.
So Zen, Kenny, Crown Tail. All right.
Yes. Also, welcome Ed.
Yeah.
I hear Phoebe just like going at the door. Like, why? Why am I not allowed in?
She could come back here.
She's stuck on this. Wait, hold on. Kenny, were you not on the board?
Well, now he is.
Welcome to the board. And Crown Tail. All right. Okay. Yep. Clown, Kitty. Yeah, it took my brother's girlfriend a couple hours to do that drawing too. I'm just messing around with the drawing pad. Like, in fact, she drew for an hour, then Crawfish was ready. So we paused it, took a break. She went back to it.
Whoever did this has skill with the drawing pads, so.
I think you are too, Kenny. I think maybe I've got a point database stored somewhere else that I need to merge with this list. I think that's what the problem was.
So this was someone at Aquafest.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Brooklyn. Wait, no.
Close.
Josh?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Rush's husband.
This was Brooklyn's husband, Josh. And it was his first time using the drawing pad.
Oh, well, he should draw more because he did good.
Kenny said he had one more point than Myrtle.
Yeah, no.
No, you need proof to get that.
I'm not that negligent. All right.
I already see 3 answers.
Yeah. We got
Jay.
Well, is it a clown knife fish or is it a clown knife fish?
He said clown.
He said
Clown
clown,
knife
clown.
fish.
He said clown, clown, knife fish.
We're not dicks, okay?
Oh, excuse me. That 1 point that I deserved from last week.
Well, you had too many points, so that's just what you get. All right, so Jay, Gina, first class. All right. What happens when you get too many points? And yes, we're a little bit more harsh. Like you're worried about losing. What if you just stream with us every Wednesday? Then you're screwed.
Yes, that is true.
Gina is still second place. Crap, I forgot who. Okay,
First class
first
fish.
class. First class. That's the one I forgot. Okay, first class. You were just made it to the board tonight, and you got 2 points. Sweet. I always say hi to Melvin. I just saw he came in.
Hey, Melvin.
I did in chat.
Oh, okay. And Renee and some other people. I
I
forget.
said Renee out loud.
I forget.
remember
I forget
that.
all of it. Don't remember. All right. Who drew this one?
Is this Stephen P. household a Clash or not Clash?
It was not a Clash.
Or, is Aquafest or is this Crawfish Bowl?
This was Aquafest.
Okay, let's see.
Who attended Aquafest?
Is this
Wait.
Eric?
Yes.
Let's see. ABC was not second.
He was fourth.
You were fourth, yeah. Unfortunately. Probably looked like you were second, but then YouTube is like, yeah, we'll push yours out when we're good and ready. Yeah, so Eric drew this one.
He said it says Mona Lisa.
Masterpiece. Okay, and now we are at the P household for these last two. And 3. That did not take long at all.
Yeah. So we got Crown Tail, Fish Frenzy Addiction,
And Xander.
and Zen.
Zane's getting a lot of points today.
Good job, Xander. Crown Tail.
That sounds so condescending.
No, it was
for
it was meant in all good fun.
you.
No, I'm happy for Zen.
You're doing so good for someone like you. Hey, you got 10 points now, Xander. You're in the double digits. And Ed is taking off. Said, my dad just called. He asked me to watch Deadliest Catch. So I guess I'll watch the replay. Talk to you guys later.
I see Ed.
See you, Ed. I'm so proud of you, Zen. Just like doing stuff like the rest of us. Such a big girl.
Is this Jenna?
has to.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Lady Rorschach, clownfish has to be the last one. Wouldn't that just be a little bit too obvious, too on the nose? Yeah. She can even tie her own shoes.
Aww.
So proud. She's growing up. Clown triggers are so friggin' mean. They look mean. Like, they look extra beautiful, so it's like, oh, they have to be just horrible.
Yep. All the pretty fish are horrible. They're mean. Yep.
Clown.
Well, I
Jesus.
See. 1. Gina.
Okay.
Crown Tail. Alishon.
Alrighty. And Gina second place with 18 points.
I believe this is also Jenna because of the eye, but it could be Lillian as well.
Well, let's just
But
see
is
how
this?
it plays out.
Uh,
I won't let you lock in your answer until it's done. I'm barely freaking type clown now when all the spots were filled.
oh, this is Steven.
Annette is still awake. She could have been guessing. Is me your final answer? Oops.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it was me. And I wasn't particularly into drawing this because I'm like, there's stripes and then there's tricolor stripes. And I just don't want to do that. I don't want to be that precise.
It's a repetitive.
So, yeah. So we had 3 of them drawn, and there's the clown trigger and the clown tang left. And Steven's like, pick whichever one you want to draw. It's like,
to be nice.
Well, I am leaving the clown tang for you.
Yeah. Damn lag. I know. Should we just start giving points to like the first 10 answers?
I think that would be hard to track, like really hard to track. It would take a long time.
Oh, it would, yeah. It looks so pissed off, says Party Pinglet. So are tangs mean?
Yeah. They are. Yeah.
Is there any saltwater fish that's cool with?
Because it is. They're full of anger.
Is there a beautiful saltwater fish that isn't a total asshole?
Some of the pufferfish. The cardinals, I think the pajama cardinal is not mean. Damselfish sound like they'd be nice, but they're jerks.
Damn.
Oh, Gina says fairy wrasses.
Okay. Just fairy wrasses.
Everyone gets participation.
Everybody gets a hand-drawn participation trophy.
Are they individual ones, or are you just going to draw one?
And no, it has to be individual.
Type their name on it.
A unique one for everyone.
Nah. Nope. They can
leper wrasses.
Okay.
So gobies and blennies.
Some, like, I thought all gobies were, because they're so tiny, like, why would they even be mean? I guess, I don't know. I asked that, but then there's like pea puffers.
Mm-hmm.
Antheus.
Sometimes they're nice, sometimes they're murder beans. Antheus, yeah, they look nice.
I want to get some gobies. We got to figure out how we're going to stock that the 40-gallon in the living room now that the rainbows are gone.
I told you rainbow shiners and maybe rainbow darters or those blue gobies.
Why are you saying or?
You can do all 3 of them.
Yeah, no.
You can do all 3 in that sense.
Because the only
blue ones, you mean the Stiphidons?
The
neon blue.
Oh, the neon,
whatever those are.
I think they're the Stiphidons. Yeah.
But yeah, like nanofish, just to go with that scape. Of course, what we have left in there is the black marble angel. There's like 1 green fire tetra. It would be nice to have more green fires, but those are the only 2 that are like free swimming water column. Then we have some Aeneas corridoras, and then some coolie loaches which hide, and we have zebra loaches which hide. So there's not a lot of activity going on in that tank anymore.
I know. I said thank you, Annette. But yeah, I know Kenny has both of those. Like over a year ago, he went up, I think, on Easy Stream and was showing his tank that had the rainbow darters and the rainbow shiners, and like they were just lit by sunlight and looked beautiful. Like looked like the type of fish that someone would Photoshop in contrast to get to look like that.
Yep, I could see getting rainbow shiners, and we were talking about like, are we going to take off the lid? I would like to turn that into like more of a highlight tank. That lid is just lids piss me off. So gross.
If you go with polycarbonate, it's better than glass for the light pass through.
It is, yeah.
And if you use the J hooks that I was talking about in some stream, I forgot what it was, but the thing on the side of the polycarbonate lid so the water doesn't go inside of them.
Yeah.
We have
It adds
polycarbonate.
$1 for every lid you make, but it's worth the hassle of not having to clean.
I have a whole I paid like $80 for that big ass sheet of polycarbonate panel.
You don't have to pay $80 for them. It's 40. Usually, you can get them for like $20 to $40.
This is like a whole
This is
like
8 foot by
green
4
8 by 4 foot.
panel.
Yeah, 8 by 4 foot panels. They're $30 here.
What?
Yeah.
I paid $70-something for
39.
tax.
39. Yeah.
I almost didn't do it too, but then I did because I'm like, it's gonna make a lot of lids, so why not? Good night, Lady Diane.
Night, Lady Diane.
Gina's making changes to her reef.
Yeah. Okay. So all the current fish are about to get an eviction notice. Like,
How long of a notice are you giving them? And do you?
No notice. Get the fuck out.
Is she just bringing, like, rehoming them back to her store, or is she moving them?
No, they have to find a home for themselves. They have to do what they did in Finding Nemo, just get into fish bags and hop their way out to wherever they need to go.
Give them a stick and a bandana to hold all their shit. Hit the road. So Nathan says, so in my newly done 55 with tetras and 2 Bolivian rams, everyone is staying at the bottom to mid-level. What can I get for the top section?
Hatchet fish. Marble hatchet. Yep.
Damn it.
Always. If you want something that is dedicated for the top, yeah.
Yeah. Hatchets. Also, what else would go at the top? I mean, rainbows are mid-column, and they'll hang out.
Splash tetras, if you have a good lid. Splash tetras look nice.
Can Myrtle say something that's just for a nighttime stream for Annette?
Fucking Annette making me say bad words.
Fantastic. Love it. Love it. Love it. Fucking Annette. Kraken Reef is a company that makes custom lids. Yeah, my favorite lid is no lid. I have lids right now. I have lids on the tanks that require lids, like rainbow tanks, and what else is all jumpity? Kubatai raspberries, and there's just a few of those left. You aren't old enough for that language. Oh my god.
YouTube's gonna see a minor saying bad words.
Shit, I'm gonna get nailed by Kappa or whatever that thing, whatever it's called.
Yeah, that's Kappa.
We're not protecting the children.
So
okay, so so for our regular, why is my voice going all fucked up?
I don't know.
Okay, for our regular normal giveaway, what we got?
A shark plushie that I got from Aquafest.
That's a small shark. Would you call that like a baby shark? Doot 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 doot. He's not even backstage.
No,
he fucking left. He left. Where did he go? Was that even intentional?
It absolutely was intentional.
But he left the whole stream.
He hates baby shark.
I thought he would just. There he is.
He changed his name
to Disappointed. That's great. Okay, Merlin, you can pick the hashtag. How about that? What's the hashtag for this?
Hashtag disappointed.
Disappointed. All right. Hashtag disappointed.
I mean, as soon as you said, "Could that be a baby?" I knew what you were gonna do.
All right. Yep. The hashtag is disappointed.
Hashtag disappointed. Are you doing? Yeah.
There we go. But
We get to see who can spell now.
Yep.
oh yeah, we got double
And then immediately
S's.
misspelled the word or.
Yep.
Nope, no spaces, Renee.
No spaces, no double S in disappointed.
And make sure you have a double P.
Double P. 2 P's. There's 2 P's up here.
Oh yeah, there's two.
Did we ever ship Oinky's last prize?
No, I have it here.
Oh, yes, you keep it in the back. I don't even see it. So
Yeah, I have to get more. You ship something with bubble wrap, and I need to get more because they're ceramic.
I do have that foam wrapping though. That would be just as good.
And you don't have very much of it either.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need more anyway because we have 2 other fragile things to ship as gifts.
Well, okie dokie. The wheel is always off center.
It is.
Why do that?
Because you did that.
I did no such thing.
A little bit up and to the right.
Okay. Nudge, nudge.
Can you, on the wheel, scroll down so that people can see the hashtag as it's printed? Scroll down a little bit.
Hold on. Wait, which wheel?
There you go. No, up. There you go. See how it says keyword hashtag disappointed?
Yes.
That way people can see how it's spelled.
There you go. Blame Myrtle. Is the wheel to your liking? Not quite. So
I mean,
am I centering?
still...
Where am I centering it? In the full window? Is it within this?
You're centering it within the tan element.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's still a little bit further left than right.
So,
yeah.
Now it's a bit too far to the right.
Oh, holy shit. OBS has these like grid lines. That's cool. Hang on. Yeah. Okay, so like, yeah, it's perfectly centered within the tan now because it tells me 341 pixels on either side.
Okay.
So
autocorrect helped.
Good.
Okay. How many entries? Now, it doesn't have to be quite that large. 32.
Wait. 32. Yeah. Disappointment. Jaws.
And then, are you saying I'm a disappointment or something else?
She's just disappointed.
I would be too if I were sick. I would find ways to be disappointed at everything.
Is Lillian playing the Jaws theme for her spring concert, but like some off-brand version because they can't call it Jaws, called like Shark Attack or something?
I don't know. I
think that's what she said.
I haven't heard Lillian practice her clarinet in her room in a while because like she's got friends. That's what Lillian's been doing now. They have like how people can meet backstage on StreamYard and hang out. She's got this whole thing going too called Meet Me. And so her school friends is like 6 or 7 of them. and they were up to like 3 a.m. last weekend. Like Jesus, it's hard for me to judge her for that. Other than that, she's 11 years old and I make the rules. But
I mean, when you were a preteen and teenager, you probably had the same sleep schedule as now.
yes, yeah, 100%.
I mean, I remember when we were dating and it was summertime, I would be up with you until like 5 in the morning on
Yeah.
AIM.
I mean, before we were dating, that's how we
Yeah.
started talking on AIM until.
Oh, is that JoJo?
One of them having a dream.
That was so sad.
I wonder what they were seeing.
I did that as a kid,
if
and
it
it wasn't
was
enabled by the
JoJo,
internet.
it was probably that the cat wouldn't let her sniff her.
Oh.
Yeah. JoJo
Or that Steven made me take a toy away. That's what she was crying about on the video.
It was
Oh, that's
loud.
what
It was a nylabone, and she was just making loud teeth noises with it while we were trying to record. It's leak test week for my youngest. Yeah, same for us.
Yeah, both of our kids have leap tests this week.
Back in my day, we used a telephone on a long cord hiding in a closet all night. I mean, when I was Lillian's age, that was when we first got internet in the house. And after that, that was it. Like, I was on the internet. Like, oh, you can just, like, talk to people and they won't be mean to you.
But
then they are mean to you. And it's like, well, let's move on.
But I mean, when we first got internet, it was still limited because it went through the phone line. And so you had to like go to your mom and ask, can I get on the internet?
Do you remember how long it took for porn to load?
No. I was a good girl.
Annette, do you remember how long it? No, she's too young to remember. Come on, somebody in chat's got to sympathize with me.
There are plenty of men in chat.
They willingly type that in chat.
The days of dial-up. Oh, man. And refresh. Okay, 32 entries for the shark. So long.
I've explained the history of asking for internet because phone line. My kids think that I'm insane. Also, the sound that the modem made. Think there's like, and of course, guess who remembers?
That remembers. Good. Gardens, that's what DVDs were for. See, I told you she was too young. DVDs.
Did your parents let you keep a DVD collection of porn?
No. I was going to ask that. Where would you store?
No, there was
no. If it got left in the DVD player.
And everyone didn't have their own computer back then. The computer was like, our computer was in my parents' bedroom, so it's
we had a room called the computer room when I was young. The room itself was just called the computer room.
Yeah. Same here. And then that room became my bedroom, except it was still the computer room. My parents would
just impose in your room.
I live in the computer room. We still call it the computer room. Even though it's a different apartment, it just carries a name.
Could you imagine trying to live stream on dial-up? Oh, man. I feel like sometimes certain streams are streaming on dial-up.
Oh, yeah.
Solely VHS until late 2000s. Yeah. Zero internet privacy except at 2 a.m. Yeah. It was a damn line to get to it, which defeated the idea. Internet was Wild West back in the day. My parents could not even begin to figure out how to like block the stuff I was accessing. But hey, I'm a well-adjusted person.
Myrtle, did your parents ever blame you for the computer being broken whenever like clearly you had nothing to do with it?
Yes.
Were you
So
the
my
IT
sis-
guy?
I wasn't the IT guy because my dad is an IT professional as well, but he had this thing where it can never be him because he's an IT professional. Like
Oh.
he does everything perfectly. So also stuff where I was old enough to know not to put food into like a USB port or open the DVD tray and put it because we had a tower computer which had a DVD tray in it. Not put like sliced cheese in there or anything like that. But he'd still find a way to think it was me because you're in the room. He would say, "You're in the room 24/7. That's where your room is. It has to be you."
Wait,
That broke the computer.
did somebody put sliced cheese in the DVD player?
My sister, yes. She was
Oh.
eating a sandwich. She didn't like the Monterey Jack, and she decided to hide it in the. We had to pull out the. We had to pull out the DVD player and put a new one.
Trying to watch my sandwich.
So, Stephen, Beta Aquatics entered. I don't think he's on there. And Luke Wong just came in and wanted to know the hashtag it's for this plushy shark hashtag disappointed.
Yes.
Hashtag disappointed for the baby shark. This is a test.
Okay, Luke entered.
All right.
But yeah, so I wasn't even in the room, but I would sometimes like ask to get on the computer and I would turn on the computer and it would have a blue screen or it would something was wrong with it. I just got in there and then my mom would have like a big fit that I must have broken the computer.
It was a Packard Bell. It was just designed to break.
And then you had to like reinstall drivers and they were on like a set of 50 floppy drives.
Yep.
The one thing I did like to do when destroying computers is open the old mice and take out the rubber ball and like hide them.
Yeah, that was a classic practical joke.
Yep.
For sure. Mary Beth says I'm too old to have had a computer when I was a kid. So we got our first computer I was 5 years old, but it ran DOS. That was about it.
Yeah, our first computer was just DOS and Windows 3.1.
First one I had was in school was the first time I touched a computer that we had a Mac, the old blueberry colored Macs. But at home, the first computer we had was either Vista or I think it was Vista.
Vista, wow.
Because my dad had the computer, but like no one used it before, and then he brought it up to the computer room. It was either that one or Windows 9. No.
And so before Vista was XP.
No, I'm thinking, did we have XP or did we start out with Vista? I'm trying to remember. I probably don't remember because I didn't use the computer much back then, but it's either XP or Vista. Definitely not 95.
I mean, we had 95.
We had just DOS, then we had 3.1, then we had 95, 98, and then
99.
No, at
2000.
That point, I don't even think we got 2000. At that point, I moved out. So for XP. So Luke wanted to know if you need any more plants.
I am trying to thin plants out, and I do have a spot reserved for plants, but that's for Hey Pearl that Kelly's going to ship eventually.
So no Bacopa designated.
No more stems. Like unless it's a ridiculously rare. Like maybe sometime in the winter season, when I start adding more plants to the tank again, I'll go for the Salmani that you have. But right now, I'm trying not to add any stems.
All right, so let me know if y'all can hear the sound.
Olishan.
Sorry, Alishan.
Mystery Snail Guardians.
Go to bed, Annette.
Go to bed, Annette. I think you typed something in the last 10 minutes.
The Nano Aquarium Guy.
Jay.
Oink Master Supreme Forever.
Sorry, Oinky. You won 2 weeks in a row, so not that sorry.
Skipper's Aquariums.
Skipper.
ABC Aquatic Biotope Creations.
Kenny.
Gina's Reef.
Gina.
Liquid Zoo. OnlyFins.
Matt.
Shark fin adventures.
Shark fin.
Party pangolin.
Party penguin.
First class fish.
First class fish.
Vinokski fish koto.
Vinokski.
Foxy's fishes.
Foxy.
Fish frenzy addiction.
Fish frenzy. Myrtle, do you know what a Commodore is? Zinger said she had a Commodore and a Tandy. That the Commodore was before my time too.
I've heard the term in a tech class once. I don't remember exactly what it is.
Like Commodore 64.
Oh, the computer. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. As soon as you said Commodore 64, I understood
Right.
what you were talking about. Yep. It took me the 64. Yep.
Just old as fuck.
Never had one because I'm obviously not that old. But but yes, I know. I do know. I do know
Are you calling Zen old? That's what I'm gathering.
No, because then
Lady Rorschach.
Lady
I've
Rorschach.
already got Zen old enough to be sorry for that.
Kuro works.
Goro.
The Zen ginger.
Zinger.
Nathan Hovey.
This is old as fuck. The name of my memoir. Nathan Hovey.
Dibs Aqua Pets.
Dibs.
Did it say dibs?
It did say
Something like
yes.
that.
Fish Fam Link.
Fish Fam Link.
Darlene's Tanks.
Darlene.
Who would have gotten it if Fish Fam Link won?
Crowntail Half Moon.
Who owns the majority of the stock of Fish Family? Who is the?
No, none of us own stock. We're all volunteers except for Matt.
Who uses that YouTube account the most?
Who logs into it the most?
Crown Tail.
Probably Annette uses the YouTube.
I bet so.
Yeah.
Eric Wyrock.
Eric.
Zen.
Nothing but abuse tonight.
Atkins Nature Aquariums.
I don't know why is Myrtle still called Midrool and Midjurjurjurj and whatever else people.
Meriddle.
Midjurjurjurj. Hence,
Renee D. Queer.
Renee.
Dragon Lair.
Dragon Lair.
Daniel Velez.
Daniel.
SC Catahulas.
SC Cat House.
Luke Wong.
Luke.
Buse Cats.
Buse Cats.
Elaine Lucard.
Elaine.
Linda Worth.
Linda.
Chris Aquazone.
Chris. Final four. Clicks Images, Dennis Christensen, Beta Aquatics, and Night Owl Aquatics.
Nitol Aquatics.
Nitol.
Nitol.
Beta Aquatics.
Beta Aquatics.
Dennis Christensen.
Dennis Christensen, congrats. You win a Shark Clicks Images.
Mhm.
And I don't think I know where you live either. I am collecting new addresses tonight. That's awesome.
I might have the address from Fish Fam Christmas, but still
Just
send the
in-
address just in case.
Yeah, just in case, email me, StephenP2003@fishfam.link. Myrtle modding from Panel.
I was waiting to see someone say congratulations to Clicks before I put it in, so that I know that I'm not spoiling the winner.
A subject line, adult shark.
Yes, because I want to specify that it's not a it was not a young infant.
It's not a pup.
Yes, it is not a pup. It is not an infant chick.
Yeah, first class, you were 100% definitely on the wheel because I recall your name, and I can see it over here. And for copying the names off of Fish Fam link, it's just like a one click. It highlights the whole list.
So Craig said his stickers didn't arrive yet. You said they were in Sydney, and then they were just in Australia.
Yeah,
now?
they went from Sydney to just generic Australia. But I mean, they're in the
Whenever the
country,
kangaroos
so
find their kangaroos take time to travel.
So
yeah.
I didn't know where they were, but I asked Steven to like track the stickers, and I'm like, maybe you can message Craig and tell him what city they're in and see if he knows where that is. And he's like, well, it's in Sydney, Australia. I wonder if he knows where Sydney is.
Craig, are you familiar with Sydney? Some podunk town. Yeah. All right. Well, we're 7 minutes after our time. So anyway, thank you to our awesome moderators and our chatters and super chatters and members and lurkers and replay crew. And thanks, Myrtle, for joining us tonight.
My pleasure.
All right. See y'all next week or possibly this Saturday if you watch Bex's stream. We'll be there. I'll be there and Bex will be there. All right. Night night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.